Good evening. It is Wednesday, July 31st, 2024. I am Daniela Edwin. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. We on Flow Channel 117, Kiss FM, the Caribbean Hot FM mobile app, and the Caribbean Hot 7 TV Facebook page. Not forgetting those of you using the Hot 7 plug and play antenna. Thank you so much for joining us. The gun plague continues with a drive-by shooting at the waterfront in Castries. Our news team was on the scene and filed this report.
We are currently at Conway in Waterfront, where police are still processing the scene of a recent shooting. It is being speculated that 3 masked gunmen opened shots at a shop in Conway. However, it has been confirmed that one individual aboard a motorcycle fired a couple of shots towards a building.
According to official sources, an individual aboard a motorcycle opened a fire in an alley near the Conway CDC building because of a dispute between himself and another. Fortunately, no lives were lost after the assailant fired approximately 8 rounds before fleeing the scene. Official police report says that the Criminal Investigation Department is currently carrying out an investigation in reference to the discharging of a firearm in a public place at the junction of Jean-Baptiste Street and Calorizant Street. A number of spent shells were observed on the aforementioned, and a number of properties were reportedly damaged. No arrests have been made in connection to this incident, and no information is forthcoming as to whom the suspect may be. Reporting for the Hot 7 TV News, I am Jasmine Duncan.
Social media has served as a platform for keeping the public updated on events occurring on the island and worldwide. However, a video which has been circulating recently resulted in the waste of resources. Chrissy Bakey shares the details in this report.
A video circulating on social media showed thick smoke and orange flames emanating from a building in the William Peter Boulevard in Castries. This prompted an individual to call the Saint Lucia Fire Service and request a response to the blaze. The team, which headed to the location, were met with a scene completely different from what was described. That is, according to Jermaine Williams, acting divisional officer of the Saint Lucia Fire Service.
Yesterday evening at approximately 5:30, the fire service responded to a call of a fire at the William Peter Boulevard. The officers responded as is customary with one appliance and the ambulance. On arrival at scene, the officers, after doing an assessment, saw no sign of fire. We understand now that the call was prompted by a video which was circulating on social media. Social media has become a very, very powerful tool for disseminating information. However, it can become very destructive, especially when you have responding agencies veering off in directions that they were not supposed to.
He highlighted that such actions lead to the displacement of available firefighters for other emergencies. These pranks or unverified calls disrupt the emergency response efforts. He also urged the public to refrain from sharing misinformation on social media.
We are advising members of the public to refrain from circulating such videos and creating panic amongst members of the public, because the consequences may be dire.
Williams also shared that there are no laws in place to prosecute individuals who lead the firefighters on wild goose chases.
At present, there's nothing that we do, but if we do get information, we pass it on to the police, of course, because they're the ones charged with the responsibility of prosecuting such matters.
He explained that the Fire Service Act is currently being revised and there may be inclusions for this kind of behavior. For the Hot 7 TV News, Chrissy Bakey reporting.
A recent series of productions by the Ministry of Youth and Sports spotlights the achievements of athletes currently representing the island at the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris. The latest video features career sprinter Julian Alfred from the eyes of Cuthbert Modest, who trained her in her youth.
In a newly released production highlighting the successes of athletes who are now representing the island at the 2024 Summer Olympics, Cuthbert Modest, a former coach of sprint sensation Julian Alfred, like a proud father, detailed her upcoming.
She went to CCMA school. Hess, St. Catherine High, and Texas Longhorns. From CCM School, she was already breaking records. Okay, I brought her to Curacao in the Central American and Caribbean age group games. She broke a record in the 60 meters, 9:08 seconds. She was first overall in the pentathlon. We went to Trinidad 2015. We break four records. The 80 meters, the 60 meters hurdles, the 4x1 relay mix. A Jamaican saw her. They wanted to give her scholarship. I said, "She go nowhere, she's too young." So I brought her to Dominica. So in the Winter Island Games, she won the 1 and the 2. Okay, and the Jamaican called me again. Asked her if she want to go. She said yes. So we agreed when I come back, I make all provision, and she went to Jamaica.
Modest had been instrumental in Alfred's earlier years as he quickly saw her extraordinary potential and sought to provide her the best opportunities he could. Now that Alfred is set to run on August the 3rd, Modest recounts her first Olympic experience as a junior Olympian.
They picked her to go to the Youth Olympics. Then she got a silver medal. She won 11-1.
According to Modest, who has a mental record of her successes, Alfred has been smashing records from as early as he can remember.
Well, Joan Alfred was breaking a record from time since Saint Lucia. Because we had all the records already, the junior records in the 100 and 200 meters. Plus we have the CSA records. So we have the 60 meters record under 14, the 80 meters record under 15, the hurdles record, the 4x1 relay, and the overall. In Texas, she ran about 7 times under 7 seconds, which she had a record there. She got the Bowman trophy. She won the World Indoor Gold Medal. She came second in the Commonwealth Games. She went to CSA, she won a gold medal. Well, she had the junior record in the 100 meters, a junior record in the 200 meters, senior record in the 100 meters, senior in the 200, and she had all the records, the 60-meter records in the indoor.
Alfred was part of the Survivors Club during her secondary school days, and Modest, who is coach of this team, left this message for her as she endeavors to secure the island's first ever medal at the Olympics.
On behalf of Survivors Track and Field Club, Saint Lucia, her family, we're supporting you to the max. I'm begging you, do your best and have Saint Lucia in mind, and we all behind you.
Reporting for the Hot 7 TV News, I am Jasmine Duncan.
On Tuesday, Police Sergeant Zachary Hippolyte discussed an important topic which has not been in discussion as of lately: sex with minors. He issued a call to perpetrators to let children be children.
There are a lot of you sick individuals. Sick, said 3 times, okay? And most of you in that class of offense are males who, for whatever reason, to satisfy your sick desire, sick sexual desire, see nothing but to interfere with minors.
That was Sergeant Zachary Hippolyte of the Community Relations Branch of the Royal Saint Lucia Police Force, sharing one of his concerns on his show Police Insights. According to Hippolyte, while the focus has been on gun violence, he has to use his platform to highlight this unlawful practice and condemn the actions of the perpetrators.
According to our laws, the age of sexual consent is 16. And yet, some of you who I believe have some form of, I think it's a mental illness, would see nothing but to feel that you should get your pleasure by interfering with any child that is below the age of 16. You understand? It is despicable.
Hippolyte emphasized that anyone who interferes with a minor is depriving them of their innocence and that children should be free to enjoy their youth. He also criticized those who defend such individuals, urging them to stop justifying their unacceptable behavior.
There's no bill for you. Allow children to be children, man. Allow children to be children. You perpetrators, you sexual, deviant, bad-minded psychos, you're children. You're children. And you know, sometimes then there comes the point where we have social scientists and some people come in and give excuses for y'all. Or maybe he was abused when he was small too, and etc. blah blah. There are lots of people that are abused that don't go around abusing children.
He gave advice to those who target minors for their deviant behavior.
Stick to your age. There are lots of females who might find you handsome. Lots of females who will find you appealing. Speak to them. Respect women. Respect children. Respect girls.
Hippolyte shared that it is his personal belief that offenders should not receive bail.
There should be no bail for y'all. None. Zero. Zilch. Stay in the prison with some hardback guys and try and fulfill your pleasure there if you so choose.
The police sergeant also urged victims to speak out and share their experiences.
And I am encouraging, I know it could be difficult. Some victims are ashamed. Some victims have been promised things. Some victims have been threatened. But you need to speak out when this has happened to you. An adult could be your mother, your father. I'm serious. I know how hard it could be, especially if it's your parents that's the perpetrator. But it could be your mother, your father, your uncle, brother, sister, best friend, cousin has touched you inappropriately, has engaged you in a sexual activity. Please speak up. Tell a friend. Tell someone. Because it is wrong. It is wrong. These criminals are robbing you of your innocence.
If you or anyone you know is a victim, you can make a report at the nearest police station and they will contact the Vulnerable Persons Team of the Royal Saint Lucia Police Force. Washing yourself or your clothes may make it difficult for the police to obtain forensic evidence. If you change your clothes, think about taking those you were wearing to the police. You may wish to preserve evidence by retaining items such as condoms, toothbrushes, or text messages. The police are there to help you. You should give them as much detail as you can. For the Hot 7 TV News, Chrissy Bakey reporting.
Still in the first segment of the podcast, the POV. Today you shared your thoughts on emancipation celebrations. Here is what you had to say.
Emancipation Day, to me, all this in fall out. There is no celebration for that. So all the celebration we had in the past, in the long time, all that dead out already. So there is no Emancipation Day. That's it. People living in a different life right now there. So anything you'll hear like emancipation, like anything, labor, all these things past. That this is a pastime. People doesn't celebrate this in any way. The only thing people celebrating is carnival, that's all. But all the rest of the things that when we was a young boy, when I was a young man and I was celebrating, these things fall out.
My thoughts on the celebration of emancipation in Saint Lucia, it is important that we celebrate the fact that we are liberated from slavery. The forefathers, the slaves who were here, fought for that fundamental freedom and right to live freely and to be part of this wonderful country of ours.
As far as the emancipation goes, I mean, there's never any need for slavery. I mean, we are born emancipated, so why should we ever be not emancipated?
To me, slavery is still there because it's work rights. We have to work hard. We're still working hard for a little bit of money. Our salary is very low, you know, how it is in our country. Yeah, so to me, we are not emancipated yet. Maybe our minds are not.
As far as I'm concerned, there's too much holiday in Saint Lucia. And the workers, they're working for government, they are bruising it. You know what I mean? They're still getting paid. You know what I mean? That's my take.
Want to share your point of view with us on trending topics in the news? Look out for our reporters or head over to our Facebook and Instagram pages at Caribbean Hot 7 TV. Coming up next, a court decision sets dancehall artist Vybz Kartel free. And man who worked with alleged scammer speaks out. Stay tuned for the details to these stories and much more. We'll be right back.